Huawei front and center at MWC, poking fun at US intelligence. But it was interesting hearing from phone executives really kind of speaking with one voice and saying they need access and diversity when it comes to suppliers, and potentially the Huawei ban could actually risk the delay to a 5G rollout.
Right, so Huawei has two main parts to its phone business. One is they provide 5G equipment for infrastructures and carriers, around the world, or they intend to. The other thing is they make these phones. They introduced the Mate X, this $2,600 foldable phone. And overall, Huawei makes some cool phones. They are very well received where they are on sale. Their 5G technology is also fairly advanced. So that gives all the carriers a real conundrum. One, what if their consumers want to buy Huawei phones that governments and others are not allowing them to sell? That is the carriers. Also 5G, what happens when customers are really asking for 5G? The carriers that offer that 5G functionality are going to have a competitive advantage. So it feels like in terms of both innovation in the technology and the hardware space, as well as the advancements in the 5G and carrier networking space, Huawei really has the carriers in not so great a position.
So, Mark, all of this negativity around Huawei and the networking equipment the U.S. bans in other countries, is that impacting the handset business at all?
Right now, it does not appear to be. You see Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint all discussing their 5G rollout plans. Verizon said they're going to be in 30 cities for real 5G by the end of 2019. T-Mobile has indicated they're going to be in a handful of cities by 2019. You're going to see Sprint and AT&T and others really show more progress in their 5G networking across 2020 and then after that. So in the US at least, it does not appear that Huawei is having an impact on 5G networking. But that's a different story outside of the US, where some of the international carriers are concerned about their 5G prospects because of the inability to carry 5G equipment from Huawei.
Mark, I remember the days when, we'd recoil at the idea of $1,000 for a new iPhone model, a $2,600 foldable phone from Huawei. Who's going to be paying for this?
So what we've seen since 2017 when Apple announced the $1,000 phone, the iPhone 10, like you said, we've seen prices skyrocket even more. A couple weeks ago, Samsung announced their Galaxy Fold for about $2,000. It's actually $1,980. Of course, they would price it $20 under that $2,000 threshold, and now about $2,600 in the US equivalent for this folding phone. Who's going to buy it? I don't think many people. I think that price is very much out of reach, but that's early adopter pricing. This is what it costs to make. This is what they're going to have to sell it for. This is why they think it needs to be so expensive, because of its cool functionality. But overall, I don't think you're going to find many people paying for it. Even a diehard tech fan like me, I don't think that's something that I would shell out that kind of money for.
Mark, what did we learn when it comes to the big new thing for wearables at MWC this year?
Wearable technology has been slow at MWC this year. The bigger wearable news that we did get was from Samsung a week ago alongside the Galaxy Fold. They announced their new devices, but we are seeing a lot of the smartwatch makers, whether that's Fitbit or Garmin, reporting an uptick in their smartwatch, people enjoying their smartwatches and buying up their smartwatches. Of course, Apple released their latest smartwatch in September, the Apple Watch Series 4.
Meantime, Mark, you've got a news story out reporting that Apple is testing a sleep tracking feature for the Apple Watch. How will this work? What do you know about it?
Right, so before Apple launches a new health or fitness-related feature on the Apple Watch or any of their other devices, they put it through its paces both on outside people that they bring into these labs they have outside their Cupertino campus. They have multiple fitness labs, one for swimming. They have these special chambers that can simulate very hot weather conditions, upwards of 100 degrees, weather conditions that are very cold, bicycles, all sorts of oxygen equipment. So now they're doing the same for sleep tracking for a future version of the Apple Watch destined to launch either next year or this year.